As we now start praying for Israel, I'd like to point out that today is the National Day of Prayer and Fasting for Australia. So churches are literally gathering all over the country, praying and fasting for revival. Now, we had no idea that they were doing this on this day when we selected this day to pray for Australia. We found out only recently, and when we found out, we offered to change the date as we were talking to a leader in this prayer movement, but they encouraged us to go ahead and pray anyway, as long as we also pray for Australia. So we believe it's significant that as the churches are gathering to pray for Australia, we have felt the need to issue a call for the churches to pray for Israel. Israel is not to be forgotten about, but Israel has a key destiny and a key role, and we as a church have to pray for that role to be accomplished. We have had an amazing response to our call for prayer for Israel. We have hardly advertised it, yet have people joining us from all over the country, from Queensland, from New South Wales, from Tasmania, from different parts of Victoria. We really want to thank you for joining us, for taking up this call to prayer and being interested in praying with us for Israel. We feel that this is quite simply a move of God, and that He is calling the Australian Church to pray for Israel, so that His blessing can be released on our nation. We have to have our priorities right. As we put God and His kingdom first, as we pray for His agenda regarding Israel and the Middle East, we are entering into His purposes, and then His blessing can be released on us. We also need to pray for Israel that her destiny can be fulfilled. She has many enemies coming against her all the time, and their goal is to destroy the nation of Israel. But as prayer enters in, then miracles begin to happen. Then God's delivering power is released into a troubling situation, and God's purposes can be accomplished. We have a feeling that difficult times lie ahead for Israel very soon, and therefore we are issuing a call for people to stand with Israel, to pray for her, that God's name might be glorified in that nation, and that many will come to know Him as Lord. So would you consider joining or starting a prayer group for Israel in your area? This is our challenge for you as we start this off, and please take a bit of time just to pray that churches in your area will catch the vision of praying for Israel, and even just pray whether or not you should be part of such a group. But pray that the flame will be caught in many churches. We are connected with a number of prayer movements who have been feeling the same thing, that now is the time for Australian churches to stand in unity and pray for Israel's destiny. So let's spend some time now praying that God will raise up prayer like this in your local area, maybe even in your local church.